Welcome back to the Arkansas A&M Black Bears Dynasty on NCAA Football 14, guys. We are in our bye week, and what a start for our Black Bears. 2 big wins over 2 ranked teams, bumping us up to number 3 in the country. We're coming off an impressive win on then. I believe they were number 3 in the country, Michigan, 42-25. The Black Bears just dominated from jump, and they were able to get out of there with the W. This team is playing lights out. The offense looks amazing, led by freshman quarterback Craig Washington. We'll take a look at the stats here in a few minutes. Also, we're going to get our first look at the recruiting board and look ahead to what's coming up next for our Black Bears. So like I said, the offense has been putting on a show for A&M. We put up 62 points on Arkansas, blowing them out the water, 62-23. Then the next week, we took on Michigan and won 42-25. 104 points through 2 weeks. This offense is looking stacked. So here's a look at the stats through 2 weeks, man. Craig Washington been solid so far. 32 of 48, 481 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Shout out to Larry Johnson, the senior QB, 2 of 2 for 52 yards. Craig is not forcing the ball a lot, which I am happy about. But he is showing that he is capable of getting outside the pocket and running. But if he finds a receiver open, he is throwing dots. Talk about the running game. No, Corey Gonzalez in his senior year, 43 carries, 309 yards, 5 touchdowns on the year. Ira Harris off to a solid start too, 20 carries for 144 yards, 3 scores. Both of these guys are averaging over 7 yards a carry, which is super impressive. Craig Washington, 23 carries for 107 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then Philip Fagan got in the game a couple weeks ago, 2 carries, 14 yards, and a score. Out wide receiver number 1, Trey Morgan leading the way, 8 catches for 130 yards. He still hasn't sniffed the end zone yet. Saw in the comments section that somebody said Trey Morgan reminds them a lot of Anquan Bolden. Great call. Second on the team is Tyler Hill with 6 catches for 61 yards and 2 scores. Tariq Larson has 5 catches for 72 yards. Richie Carroll, 4 for 123 and a touchdown. Dustin Carey, the two-way star, 3 catches for 17 yards. Will Johnson off to a slow start, 2 for 22. Donald Thomas has 2 for 29. Then you got Will Rogers, the other tight end, 2 for 52. Ira Harris has 1 for 9, and Foreman has 1 for 18. We've got to get the ball to Will Johnson a lot more and Ira Harris out of the backfield. Those 2 are great weapons in this passing game. Man, our offensive line is playing lights out. John Carrington, 14 pancakes through 2 games. He has given up 2 sacks, though. Kyle Walden, 4 pancakes with 1 sack. And Curtis Maynard at right tackle, 4 for 1. Also, look at Eric Kirby, man. What a difference a year makes. 12 pancakes, and he has yet to give up a sack this season. To the defensive side of the ball we go. I think this squad has gotten a lot better and a lot faster. Brian Jones, the sophomore middle linebacker, leads the team with 11 tackles. Mark Lawson, second on the team with 8. Shout out to Corey Mark, off to an amazing start this year. 7 tackles with 4 sacks. Corner Jason Harris has 6 tackles. Nick Ginn, he plays a hybrid linebacker, free safety role. He's got 4 tackles. Matt Scott has 4, and Will Mosby has 4 as well. In the sack department, like I said, Corey Mark is off to a great start, 4 sacks. Brian Charles at defensive end has 2. Kyle Butler, slow start through 2 games, only 1 sack. Bo Reynolds has 1, and Brian Jones also has 1. Turnover department, Mark Lawson has an interception, and so does Sean Brown. This secondary is actually playing a lot better. I like the way these boys are playing. I like the way that they're shutting down corners too, man. A lot of great man-to-man corners on this team now, led by Mark Lawson and Sean Brown. To the kicking game we go. Redshirt freshman Keaton Holt, 2 of 2 so far with a long of 46, and he's perfect on extra points, 14 of 14. Great leg on this kid, man, 6'1", 165. His second year in this program, but he's only a redshirt freshman, so he's only going to get better from here. Punt game, we have not punted the ball once this year. The offense is just too good, man. We're putting up numbers. We're picking up first downs, and they all have been 4th and short. I said in the offseason, if it's 4th and over 5, we're punting. 4th and short, we're going for it. Return game, Tariq Larson is this close to getting one, man. 6 for 218, averaging 36.3 yards a return. And then in the punt game, 6 for 102. He's going to get one here real soon. So here's a look at your top 25. Alabama, the number 1 team in the nation, 3-0, followed by Notre Dame, they're number 2, 3-0 as well, coming off a win against Georgia Tech. There we are, sitting at 3, 2-0, beating Michigan. Michigan State is 4. LSU in at 5. Navy in at 6. Michigan falls 4 spots to 7. Arkansas up 2 spots to 8. Georgia is in at 9. Vandy, big jump this week, up 7 spots to 10. Then you've got Florida State in at 11. Tennessee is 12. Washington falls 6 spots to 13. Florida is 14. Pittsburgh up 7 spots to 15. Stanford down 7 spots to 16. Texas in at 17. Then you've got Texas A&M at 18. Penn State 19. Arizona 20. Nebraska's 21. Oregon is 22. USC in at 23. Illinois 24. And Syracuse rounds out your top 25. Here's a look at the way too early Heisman list. As you can see, Taylor Finner from Notre Dame, he is now the number 1 player on the board, coming off a huge game against Georgia Tech. 49 carries, 328 yards, 4 touchdowns. Did Georgia Tech even try to play defense? Sheesh. There's Corey Gonzalez, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, coming off a 23-carry, 155-yard, 3-touchdown game against Michigan. Then you have Lonnie Warren from Arkansas. He's number 3 on this board. David Dodds, another running back from Bama, he's on the list. And then Cameron Parks, a junior quarterback from Washington. His last game against SU, I'm guessing that's Syracuse, 13 for 27, 156, and 3 scores. So a lot of running backs on this list. But we got to keep Corey Gonzalez up here, man. We can't let him get dropped down the list. That's hard to do, though. 49 carries for 328. Man. Here's a look at the Big 12 standings as of today. A&M, number 1 team in the conference, followed by Arkansas, who we already beat. Oklahoma 2-0 so far, but they haven't played a conference game yet. Then you got Kansas State, Iowa State, TCU, Baylor, Kansas, A-State, Texas Tech, and then the Longhorns. How the mighty have fallen. They're 1-2 on the year, and Oklahoma State rounds out the conference. To the recruiting trail we go, and this year is all about filling a need. I think the biggest hole that we're going to have next season is on the offensive line. We've got 4 senior starters this year: left tackle, left guard, center, and right guard. They're all leaving next year. Now, we do have a left tackle that's going to be our future left tackle already on the roster. I think we have a left guard as well, but there's still holes. We need to get some depth at that position, at those positions, especially on that offensive line. That's going to be our main focus in recruiting this year. As you're going to see on the board, tons of offensive linemen. There's some tight ends on the board, defensive linemen, and linebackers. Let's get this thing started. Number 1 player on the board right now is David Sims from Russellville, Arkansas. 6'3", 246, 4-star prospect, the number 3 outside linebacker in the country. Right now, we are trailing Nebraska by just over 600 points, but I'm not too worried about it, man. This kid is going to be a stud. 85 speed, 91 acceleration, great tackling, 78, great play rec with 82, got great pursuit with 85. The power moves, he's able to get off blocks, and he can cover. 82 man, 86 zone, 71 press. This guy is a all-day, on-the-field type of player that I'm excited about, and he's from our state. We got to keep him at home. We are putting a lot of points into him, and coach is constantly calling, sending texts, sending emails. We need this kid on our team. The second player we're taking a look at is Matt Cain from Westchester, Florida. 5'11", 299, a 4-star guard, the number 1 guard in this class. We're trailing Texas by 700 points. Honestly, if he was to come to A&M, I would move him to center. 5'11", 299, that's a little bit short to be playing guard, but this kid's going to be a stud. 87 pass block, 77 run block, 79 impact block. He's got 87 strength, very quick with it, got quick hands, quick feet. He would come in and push for starting time his freshman season. We're looking to add more weapons at the tight end position. This is Chris Shelby from Ohio, 6'3", 232, the number 5 tight end in the country, 4-star prospect. We're trailing Michigan, Miami of Ohio, Central Michigan by about 700 points. And I can understand why the teams are going after him. This kid has got great skills. 85 speed, 77 agility, 82 acceleration, great hands, great spec catch, can catch in traffic, great route running, can release, decent blocker. Once he gets a hold of the ball, man, you're not going to bring him down with just one person. He can break tackles. He's got great trucking. He's got a spin move, a juke move. He's like a wide receiver playing tight end, man. And this is the kind of weapon we are looking for. We're going to go all in on this kid. We're constantly going to be adding points to him, hopefully moving up his list here in the next few weeks. Here's another lineman to keep your eye on, Rodney Davis from San Bernardino, California, 6'7", 336, four-star prospect, the #1 tackle in this class. And we're trailing by a lot of points right now. Stanford, San Diego State, and Washington are ahead of us, but we're still fighting, though, and this kid is worth fighting for. 86 pass block, 77 run block, 84 impact block, 85 strength, great acceleration, left tackle. He is a left tackle, a bona fide left tackle, and he's going to be a star in the future. Here's another guard to keep your eye on, Jim Palmer from Coral Terrace, Florida, 6'2", 311. The #14 guard, 3-star prospect. We're trailing behind the U right now by just over 500 points. Not too concerned about that race, man, but another great guy, another great blocker. 83 pass block, 77 run block, 81 impact block, 86 strength, 92 acceleration. Another plug-and-play player for us. We've got to get some of these offensive linemen to put us as their #1 team. I think as soon as one signs, we're going to start seeing a domino effect that more will follow that first person. To the defensive line we go. This is Lance Lee from Midwest City, Oklahoma. 6 foot, 246, kind of on the shorter side. The #7 defensive end in this class, 4-star prospect. We're trailing North Texas as of right now. And this kid, something special, man. Great block shedding traits. 84 power move, 82 finesse, 78 block shed. He's got decent speed with 77, great acceleration. Once he hits somebody, they're going to feel it. 80 hit power, and he can get after the quarterback. That's just going to add more depth to our already stacked defensive line. I really want to bring this kid in because I think teaming him up with the 2 defensive ends that we got last season, we're going to have a great 3-man rotation on that defensive line. As you can see, we have 3 centers on the board right here. This is Tyrone McMillan from Ohio, the #2 center in this class, 4-star prospect, 6'2", 290. I envision moving him to maybe a guard position. 83 pass block, 76 run, 76 impact block with 84 strength. Then you have Alfred Robinson, 6'3", 325 from Beaufort, South Carolina, 4-star prospect, #3 center in this class. We've got a lead over Georgia. And more of the same for him, man. I can see him playing maybe left guard, 81 strength, 76 pass block, 84 run block, 80 impact block. And then there's Nick Hodge, 6'4", 311 from Kilgore, Texas. #14 in this class, 3-star prospect. We're ahead of TCU, Texas, Oklahoma, and Texas A&M. He's not as great as the other guys as blocking, but he is going to be a gem. 79 pass block, 79 run block, 82 impact block, and 82 strength. We might keep him at center or let him sit a year, get him trained up, and move him out to guard. And the last player we're going to talk about today is Bo McGee, a 4-star prospect from Katy, Texas. 6 foot even, 178 pounds, the #9 athlete in this class. We're behind Kansas State by a short margin, and this kid is special. 92 speed, 80 agility, 85 acceleration. 89 man coverage, 85 zone, 80 press. This dude right here is a lockdown corner by the definition. I can see him playing on the other side of Jason Harris next season as a true freshman. And shutting things down. This kid is special. We need him on our team. We are going to put all the points we can into him. I can't wait for the tape to come in so you guys can see how good this kid really is. It's still early in the high school season. We haven't got a lot of tape on these guys, but I promise coming up here real soon, you will see all the tape of these players and how special they are and how much of an impact they will make on the team come next season. And before we get out of here, we have created a lot of players in this dynasty. This whole world that we're creating is growing. and we have to look to see where everybody is and how everybody's doing. Let's kick things off with Johnny McNair, a pocket passer from Houston, Mississippi, 6'3", 229. He's up at Colorado right now. He was redshirted his last season. He comes back in as a redshirt freshman, 72 overall. I don't think he's thrown the ball yet. Nope, nothing yet. Here are his traits: 86 throw power, 79 accuracy. Hopefully he'll get some playing time next season, considering that Colorado has a senior quarterback ahead of him. We head out to Syracuse, where we have two players playing the same position on the same team. Jacob Kerr, a running back that we let slip through the cracks here in Conway, 73 overall with 91 speed, 94 acceleration. And then a freshman running back, and Mikey Benjamin Jr. He is here at Syracuse as well. These two, I think, in a couple years will be a great 1-2 punch for the Qs, considering that they have a lot of talent ahead of them. Here's another running back to keep your eye on, Osiris Richmond IV, 6'4", 232 pounds, sophomore, playing at UAB. He's got a few touches this year, 22 carries for 97 yards, no touchdowns yet. He has the longest rush of his career is 12 yards. This guy is going to be a problem here in the future. 89 speed, 91 agility, can break tackles, great carrying, great elusiveness, and great ball carrier vision and juke move. Give him another year, he's going to be a star. Watch what I say. Here's a wide receiver down at LSU, Kenyon Kelly, 5'8", 185. His first year really playing as a sophomore, 4 catches, 43 yards. Longest reception is 12 yards. He does have some yards after the catch, though. I see you, Kenyon. But, again, he is behind some solid players, man. Avery Smiley, you got Joel Horn, you've got Jordan Williams. Oh, and there's Zion Rose, another sophomore player, creative player. 1 catch for 3 yards was that last year? Yeah, last year. Right, yeah. He's got 1 catch for 3 yards last year. Again, I think in a couple years, these two will probably be the star players at wide receiver for LSU, especially since this guy's a senior, this guy's a redshirt junior, and that guy's a senior. So maybe next year, these two will get a lot of playing time. To the offensive line we go. This is Larry Little, a 6'8", 338-pound sophomore left tackle playing at Maryland. He's the starting left tackle for the Terps, 76 overall. He's got 2 pancakes, but has given up 2 sacks this season. We'll stay on the offensive line. Blaine Atchley is a transfer. I believe he was at Middle Tennessee State last season and decided to transfer to Louisville, so that means he'll have to sit out this year. But as when he comes back next year, he will be the starter. He's a 71 overall. And again, we let this guy slip through our fingers, but we have our tackle of the future, or our center of the future, on the roster, and John Hawkins. To the secondary we go. Ozzie Zuniga, a cornerback. It's his sophomore year. He's gotten a little playing time over this couple of seasons he's been at Missouri. 7 tackles last year, 1 tackle so far this year. Again, he's behind a lot of depth. He's got a junior, a senior, sophomore, and another junior ahead of him. So that means maybe next season he'll be like cornerback number 3 or cornerback number 4 on the roster. Now, this is a guy that I really wanted to bring to our team. Nick California from Los Angeles, playing at Oregon State. He's a sophomore, 6'2", 201, 74 overall with 88 speed. He only has 1 assisted tackle so far in his career. But this kid, man, I think give him some time and allow him to get on the field. He's going to be a problem. That 86 hit power is just, oh, my God. I can't believe they got him sitting on the bench. But then again, they also have a senior that's ahead of him. That's a 91 overall. Here's redshirt freshman Ed Lord, 5'11", 236, middle linebacker for UCF. He's got 2 tackles so far through his career, 3 assisted tackles, and half a sack. Starting middle linebacker for the Knights. Somebody that's making me a little nervous when we play TCU this season is Smoke Willis. He's a 5'9", 195-pound sophomore free safety for the Horned Frogs. So far through this year, he's got 3 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 5 assisted tackles, a sack, and an interception. This kid's only a sophomore, and he is already an 85 overall. Going to be a beast in the next couple years, and unfortunately, we have to see him every year. Here's tight end Clayton Morris from Denton, Texas, Signed with the Razorbacks, he's 6'7", 267, a redshirt freshman. Yet to catch any passes, no playing time so far. Big boy though, 6'7", 262, great route running skills, decent hands, decent speed, but he is a better blocker. My God, 76 pass block, 78 run block. This kid is special, man. Back to the defensive side of the ball. This is Shad DeFore, a redshirt freshman playing at New Mexico, 6'4", 202. He's injured right now, and this kid has actually got solid traits as a freshman. 90 speed, 95 acceleration. Great tackler, great zone coverage, and the hit power is outrageous. And the jumping ability as an 87. Right now he's behind Thomas Winston, who's a senior, so that means it is Shad's job going into next season. Here's Thaddeus Mitchell, a wide receiver down at UAB, 5'10", 176 from Alabama, redshirt freshman, 77 overall, great speed, 94 speed, 86 acceleration. But he is behind a great group of receivers, man. He's going to learn a lot. Three seniors, so that means next year he'll get some playing time. Middle linebacker Nolan Robinson, 6'2", 214, a redshirt freshman. He's seeing a lot of playing time this year. 2 tackles, 8 assisted tackles, and 2 pass deflections. Starting at middle linebacker for Southern Miss. Redshirt quarterback Quentin Morris getting the start this year for FAU. 444 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns, but he has thrown 5 interceptions. And on the ground, 17 carries for 13 yards. His longest rush is 7. But he's got some solid traits, man. 88 speed, 91 acceleration, 86 agility. Great throw power, but the accuracy needs some work, as you can tell with those 5 interceptions this season. Kind of on the shorter side, but still a dynamic athlete for FAU. Now here's somebody we played earlier this season, Samuel Brewer from Texas, 6'2", 216, the redshirt freshman. He got his first start against Arkansas State that he took on A&M this year. Great stats so far, man. 620 yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he's only a 78 overall. He's only going to get better from here. He's more accurate than a strong arm quarterback. But again, if he keeps developing the way he is over the next few years, this kid is going to be a star in the Big 12. We head out to California and see Michael Ballesteri. I hope I'm saying that right, man. The starting outside linebacker for UCLA, 6 foot 233. 8 tackles so far this year, 7 assisted, and 1 pass deflection. Again, 82 overall, great speed with 88 speed, 93 acceleration. Another solid linebacker on this squad. Another middle linebacker looking for playing time early. This is Samuel Brooks from Fayetteville, Arkansas, 6'2", 210, 76 overall. No playing time yet so far, but this kid, another stud, man. 88 speed, 85 acceleration, 79 agility, 82 tackling, can get off of blocks, decent zone coverage as well. And he's just a true freshman on this Seminoles defense. To the defensive line we go. Shaq Rabb down at South Carolina, 6'3", 260. Comes in as a 73 overall, 75 speed, 77 strength. The agility needs some work, but great acceleration. A true pass rusher, 77 power move, 77 finesse, and 81 block shed with 88 pursuit. This kid has me worried. In a couple years, he's going to be a problem. Mark Enzo, a true freshman running back for the Texas Longhorns, 6'5", 240 pounds, 85 speed, 89 agility, 88 acceleration, and look at the break tackle and the trucking. This kid is going to be a monster when they give him some playing time, and he's not going to get playing time for a little bit, so we might be okay. At Pittsburgh, they picked up a wide receiver named Ryan Quigg, 6'2", 209, a speedster, true freshman, 75 overall, 94 speed, 78 agility, 91 acceleration. I think he's got some solid hands, 75 catching. The route running needs some work, but he can jump out the gym. Again, he's buried on the depth chart. He's just a true freshman, so he's got some time to develop still, and he's going to be sitting for a while. A lot of juniors on this team. Down in the ATL, Jordan Macklin signed with Georgia State, the true freshman, 6'1", 185. The speedster comes in as a 75 overall. And again, no playing time just yet, but this kid is going to be a special player for Georgia State if he decides to stay here. 90 speed, 76 catching, great route running at 80, and can jump out the gym, 88 jumping. Quinn Morris is going to have a great tight end to throw to in the future. Jack Batter from Florida, 6'5", 250, a 76 overall, true freshman, 84 speed. Already getting compared to guys like Travis Kelce and George Kittle in the NFL. That's how good this kid can be. 84 speed, 77 catching traffic, 75 route running, and he can block too. And he's just a true freshman. Charlie Zeller, outside linebacker for Oregon State from Washington, 5'11", 250, 72 overall with 75 speed, 78 acceleration, 87 tackle. Great tackler. The awareness needs some work. The agility needs some work. But I think this kid can be a problem. Look at that, 85 hit power, 85 strength. Give him some time to develop. Oregon State could have a star on their hands. This is Zach Swart from Michigan. 6'1", 225, strong safety, 85 speed, 86 acceleration, 70 tackle, 70 zone coverage, 85 hit power. He is their best strong safety, but has not seen any playing time just of yet. They gave him the start to Corey Rivero, a junior who's been in the program for a few years. But be on the lookout. Swart might be a solid player for the Wolverines down the road. Another true freshman defensive lineman. This is Dawson Nix, 6'5", 245 from Louisiana, 64 overall. Again, a guy who's going to need a lot of developing over the next few years. 67 speed, 77 acceleration, 84 strength, but the finesse move is nice. Just got to work on his block shedding and his pursuit and the tackling too. Give him a couple years though. Here's running back Marvin Hums. 6'3", 215, playing for the Jayhawks, 68 overall. I don't think he's seen any playing time just yet. Nope, not yet. But solid traits so far for the redshirt freshman. 91 speed, 89 acceleration, 88 agility, 83 elusiveness, and 84 juke move. Not going to kill you with the trucking or the break tackle. More of a speedster type back. Here's redshirt quarterback Adam Prince, 6'4", 210. This kid is an athlete, man. 85 speed, 85 acceleration, 82 agility, 88 throw power, but he is not accurate at all. 72 accuracy. But right now, he is their best quarterback just based off him being an athlete. He's sitting behind Adam Bryant, who's a sophomore. Then you've got Clint Godfrey as a junior and another freshman and John Warren. I think either next year or the year following, look for Adam Prince to be the starting quarterback for the Bowling Green. Here's a true freshman D tackle down at Texas A&M. This is Joshua Cooper, 6'3", 285. No playing time just yet. A great hole plugger, man. Pause. 80 power move, 74 tackle. One thing he needs to work on, though, block shedding and pursuit. But he's got solid speed to be 6'3", 285 and great strength. So you guys got to see where your players are as of right now. I do have a long list of new prospects that will be going into next season's class. I'm excited for this, man. It's actually helping build up our universe, taking these players from NCAA over to Madden as well. So if your guy is good and he does well in college, there's a chance he could be playing in the pros in the Panthers franchise. So be on the lookout for that. Again, I thank you guys so much for your excitement for it. And always asking how your player is doing. I'm going to try to keep you guys up to date with everything that's going on in college football that's around this dynasty. Maybe one day we'll get on a stream and we'll be able to take a look at your player stats and all that good stuff too, man. But back to our Black Bears. We are getting ready to take on 2-1 SMU this week. I've got to go back into recruiting. We've got a bunch of players ready to come in on visits. So this could be a big week for recruiting for our Bears, man. Again, we are 2-0, number 3 in the nation, looking to keep this ball rolling as we make a push for our first national championship. And I think this year really might be the year, guys. Hey, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're brand new. Don't forget to ring that bell, join the Noti Squad. And make sure you guys hit those links down in my description. Follow your boy on Facebook, Twitter, and IG. And come through and join the Discord fam for exclusive content. And we'll talk from the Bear Den Stadium when we take on SMU. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.